Hello! Another little experiment with resin and Jesmonite. Different ways to pour. See you soon! Hello! Thanks for joining me. Back to my little experiments. I have prepared my resin and now I'm going to mix my Jesmonite. If you want to know the proportions, how to calculate the proportions, etc., I put the link to the video in the top corner of the screen. Today, I had a little idea with these two cube molds. I already tried the Jesmonite and the resin together, and I didn't have any particular problem. And I hope I won't have any today, either because you can never be sure of a surprise. I'm going to see two ways of pouring and the results it gives. Well, my Jesmonite is ready and now we'll color it. A little reminder, never put more than 2% of coloring in your mixture. I add 1 drop of red and 1 drop of blue. I prepared my resin beforehand because Jesmonite, as you know, has a very short working time, about 15 minutes maximum. And here I have a kind of crushed blueberry color, but not to eat. And now I'm going to finish preparing my resin. I'm adding these pink mauve glitters. I have to put enough in so I don't get any clear resin. I'm trying to work fast because with the Jesmonite I'm obsessed with time. You know what? I still have a few ideas for tests. I am very inspired by Claire from Claire's Crafty Corner. So now I'm going to pour into my little cup. It will be easier to pour into the mold. So I hope I didn't make a mistake in my calculations between the resin and the Jesmonite. So here I have my two little cubes. For the first one, I will pour at the same time. I have my resin and my Jesmonite, and I already can see that my resin takes clearly the upper hand. Well, it's clear I made a little mistake in the quantities needed. It's not a big deal, it's just a little test to see if the way I pour changes the result. And here I pour the Jesmonite first, and yes, I won't fill my little cubes, for sure. And then I will pour over my resin. In this one, my Jesmonite spilled to the bottom as I pour in parallel, and my resin went over. But, oh, it's okay. Well, let let it dry and see how it goes. So, see you in a second. Oops, my camera was not turned on. Sorry. Here I unmolded this first cube. The resin ate the Jesmonite. It must have been very hungry. You see, I have a difference in tone. At the bottom, everything is mixed, and at the top, I have the normal resin. In this one, I have poured in a kind of a kiss pour. Well, it doesn't look great at all. Now I'm going to unmold this one. So with this test, I realize that on a flat mold, you can do this parallel pouring technique or kiss pour, but in somewhat deep mold like these cubes, it doesn't really work. Here you can see better the Jesmonite on one side, but still mixed a little with a little resin. Here I had some drops of Jesmonite on my molds, but no matter, it's okay. So now I have my Jesmonite and my resin separated. So why bother to make a parallel pour? It's not necessary. You pour a layer on the bottom and then a layer on top if you want to get that two medium effects. And here another little experiment. And we always learn something. I'm still quite intrigued by the fact that on my first cube the resin has eaten so much of my Jesmonite. Well, that's how it is. I'm not a chemist, so I don't know. Thank you for watching. Don't forget the little thumbs up. It will help my channel grow a lot. See you soon for new experiments. Bye!